Hey friends, and welcome back. If you're new here, it's fabulous to have you. I'm Abigail, the Homeschool Hippie, and I'm super excited because today I'm launching the first video in a series that I'm going to call Homeschooling in Missouri 101. I'm so excited. I have broken this big topic down into small videos, and over the next month or so, they're going to air on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I will be also making a playlist out of all of the videos. It'll be linked down in the description box, and a flag card should come up over here somewhere. And yeah, so we're gonna dive in. I'm excited for this series. I've wanted to do this series for a really long time, and I've been putting it off because I was having a little trouble with how I wanted to break it up so that you guys could get short, concise, good information, but also for mamas who are new or who just have questions that need the whole picture, they're able to easily access it and get adequate information. So I am breaking this up over the next couple of weeks, months, whatever it takes to get the series produced and out for you guys. If you like my content, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified on those Tuesdays and Thursdays when I post new videos, so that you can get just an easy little reminder to watch them. And also, if you would like to support my caffeine addiction, there's a link down in the description box to Ko-Fi, and you can donate any amount. I think the minimum is like $3. We're gonna just dive in to this binder that I'm holding. I have put this into a binder. Sorry about the light. My studio lighting's putting a glare. So I put this into a binder just because I keep all of my information about home education in here. But the very first thing I have in here is, first things first, a guide for Missouri home education by Families for Home Education, also abbreviated FHE. And before we get too far into this video, I'm going to let you guys know I'm not a legal professional. I am not anything like that. If you need specific legal information, down in the description box is the link to HSLDA, that is Homeschool Legal Defense Association. You can pay monthly, you can pay yearly for legal advice. They have a line that you can call. They also have a lot of information on their website. So if you are looking for specific legal advice, please know I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an expert. I'm just presenting information as a homeschool mama myself that I have gathered over my years of homeschooling. So let's dive in. If you guys see me looking down, I have all my notes on my phone, and there's quite a lot of them. So FHE is Families for Home Education, and they are the oldest and largest homeschool organization in Missouri. They were founded in 1983, and they are Missouri's original homeschool association. The United States of America was founded upon the premise the Almighty God is the wellspring of rights of citizens, and that it is the duty of civil government to protect these inalienable rights. God has given parents alone the responsibility to direct the education of their children. With this duty comes the right of total sovereignty over the content, process, and goals of education. The role of the state is to guard the right of the parents so they may fulfill their duty. These truths constitute the foundation for home education in general, and for this organization in particular. So, I know that was kind of lengthy, but I wanted to make sure that I put that in there so that you guys could understand that at the very beginning of their bylaws, their very true hearts are to protect homeschooling families and to ensure our rights to educate our children as we wish. And that is such a beautiful, beautiful thing. For those referencing the FHE book, I will be just telling you what pages I'm on. So that was on page 7, and now we're going to hop over to page 10, and it kind of talks about the FHE specifically. And as we just talked about, the children without strict state regulations. To ensure that they can be successful in their goals, There are a few ways that they do this. They monitor activity on the state and national level of state legislator and national legislators. We have Lobbyist in Jeff City that is paid for by Families for Home Education. And that lobbyist has a lot of things that she does. We also have a legislative alert network that is maintained by FHE regional directors. They communicate through monthly newsletters or quarterly newsletters as needed. They attend conventions and conferences to educate and make homeschooling parents aware of their existence and what their purpose is. They maintain regional directors, and they host an annual rally at the Capitol in Jefferson City every year. And I'm really hoping that this year our family can go to that, because I think that that would be something spectacular for my children to witness and be a part of. And so it's really important that this organization continues to do what they do, because Missouri is one of the best states to homeschool in because of the work that FHE has done to put forth more relaxed laws than some states, which we'll talk about in another video. But backstory on how I actually found out about FHE is I went to the Missouri Parent Educator Homeschool Conference in Kansas City, Missouri, and FHE was there, and they had a booth, and you can like pay to purchase this book, or you can pay like membership dues, and we paid membership dues so that we could go ahead and get this book and just contribute to the things that they're trying to do. Next, we're going to talk about this lobbyist. Like, what is their job? What is their purpose? What are they doing for us? And so throughout the entire legislation session, January through May, FHE maintains a lobbyist who goes each Tuesday or at least one day a week to Jefferson City to meet with the lawmakers and discuss new legislation that's coming out or legislation that's coming up for a vote. And they also provide statistical information or information so that our legislators can vote properly on bills to protect our rights. So if a legislator doesn't have proper information, they're going to give them the proper information. Or if the legislator needs to find something out from the homeschool community or inform the homeschool community of something, they would go through the lobbyist to do that. They also review up to 1,500 pieces of legislation every year. And they review all the written amendments, and this is so that we can make sure sometimes things are tweaked or put into bills or laws or anything like that that they're voting on that is not maliciously like out to hurt homeschool families, but because of how it's worded, it could potentially impact home education. And so it's the lobbyist's job to review and ensure that nothing negative is kind of impacting that they can have some control over or voice their opinions about. They also provide monthly written reports to the FHE board. They provide publications and other materials. They maintain contact with other education legislators. And that's because a school may want to, like, the education department may want to pass something with its intent to be for publicly educated children, but it may accidentally impact home educated families. So it's their job to make sure that everyone is talking together and seeing the big picture instead of just seeing the small picture and then accidentally affecting someone else with the ripple effect. They also attend education committee hearings, and they may testify in them if applicable. And then they continue liaison work with the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. So I know that that's a lot of information, but the lobbyist's main goal is to just really review and communicate with our legislators and ensure that nothing is being passed that could affect home education negatively. And if there is something, then it's their job to try to educate and ensure that that bill is changed so that perhaps it won't negatively affect us. So FHE does a lot of work behind the scenes here in Missouri between their lobbyists and their regional directors, who also help to inform and support parent educators here in Missouri. And it's just a big push of theirs to try to maintain fair standards for the children in Missouri to be able to receive those home education values that we want to provide, but also make sure that we are being honest and we are doing what we're supposed to be doing on our ends as well. It's kind of a give and take situation, but we want to make sure we're being treated fairly, as well as they want to make sure that they're asking fair things, but that those things are being responded to and taken seriously. So if you're considering homeschooling and you would like more information on FHE, I will have information down in the description box. You can also sign up for a membership or make a donation or purchase this book as well, which talks about all kinds of stuff. Honestly, there's like little charts in here, sample ways that you can record keep, federal aid, planning your year, how to decide what curriculum to use, resources for special education, the history, and all kinds of things. And so this is a really nifty book to have, and I personally have enjoyed it, and I find myself looking back. If you guys can see, I have a bunch of information highlighted that talks about things that are super important. If you want information on that, it will be down in the description box, as well as all the other links that I've mentioned. And over the next several weeks, I'll be posting more information. I believe the next video I'm going to post is actually a history of home education in Missouri, so that you guys can see why FHE was formed and why it's so important for us to maintain a good relationship with FHE and our legislators. And then obviously we'll be talking all about state laws and HSLDA and what their purpose is, and more specifically about their organization. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please, please, please hit that like button. Leave me a comment if you have a specific question you'd like answered, or you need more information on something I talked to you about today. Please just leave it down in the comment box, and I hope that you guys have a beautifully blessed day. For now, peace, love, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Through the gates, just have to wait. You whisper